The USA champion, Cash Money!
On the wheels of steel, he is. On the wheels of steel, he is.
Cash Money, at the time, see, everybody was a grandmaster, cutmaster, something. I played basketball, and I can shoot pretty good. So every time I used to shoot the ball, they say, "Oh, Cash Money." So I just took the DJ Cash Money, that's how it happened. Just listening to the music, man, pretty much. I listen to James Brown all the time, because, you know, James Brown is what, you know, how hip-hop was founded, on a James Brown beat. So I used to dance. I was in a dance group called the Franchise Dancers, and what that was a combination of break dancing and Fred Astaire, stepping, and it was like that was the combination. So we would do a lot of like floor action and stuff like that. So there was a guy in our group named Grand Wizard Rasheen, who was a DJ. He played the music for us to step to. So I always wanted to be him after hearing Grandmaster Flash. Grandmaster Flash was it for me. I heard a old New York City cassette tape of him scratching, and before that I just heard DJs just playing records, and he was like making a record go back and forth, and he was scratching, and I was like, man, what the hell is he doing? And when I found out what he was doing, I was hooked ever since.
It's the turntable godfather, Grandmaster Flash. Since my early days of creating this art form, the art of DJing has excelled to such an incredible level. I thank God that I'm here to see it. It's like, wow, you know, when I was first doing this, you always ask that question, will it catch on? Will people enjoy this? Will other people want to do it? You know, it's a blessing to see that it's caught on like wildfire. It's a great thing.
Grandmaster Flash is the reason why all us DJs are doing what we're doing today.
Yeah, I'm a proud father to all these DJs.
Of course, you have to copy somebody, learn your style, and then make that style your own. I always try to do things that were different, like something that nobody else was doing. Like, for instance, I'll take like a whistle sound, and I would turn the turntable off and move the record back and forth, right? So it'll make a dragging sound, and cut that sound in and out on the fader. So it'll make it sound like R2-D2 from Star Wars. So when you do that at a party and people will hear that, they're like, man, that does sound like R2-D2. So I always tried to do something that was completely different that nobody else was doing at that time. To be the DJ, man, I mean, first of all the women love the DJ. I mean, I definitely got into it for that. But it was all about the music first, you know, just playing good music. And actually, at the end of the day, it's all about a party. You know, it's not just about scratching. It's about playing the right tunes and having everybody. It's about energy, pretty much. I think most DJs become DJs because of the women. I don't know what it is with women, but women love DJs. You know, and if you're spinning the songs that they love and you're doing some crazy stuff on the turntables that the crowd's going crazy, man, you're gonna have a line of girls that want to see you. Well, let me explain something about this whole DJ thing, the DJ and MC. The DJ was the guy who played the music for the MCs. So we were basically a team. So they got famous off the records. Now all of a sudden, they don't need the DJ anymore. Now their career goes down the tubes. So now you're trying to become a DJ, which isn't right, you know? And I think, you know, representing all the DJs out there, it's a slap in the face.
There is no competition like this.
At the time when I was introduced to DMC, I was in a competition called the New Music Seminar, which was a record industry-based competition. I met Tony Prince there, and he invited me to come over to be involved in his competition, which was DMC. So at that time, I was trying to be the world's greatest DJ, and that competition would be the last competition I would have to win. And the funny story behind that competition was when I flew over there, all the DJs that I was going up against were asking me for my autograph, which was kind of funny to me, right? DMC set the stage for me, and so many people seen that would not normally cover hip-hop. So it bridged the gap between commercial and hip-hop. At that time, man, I wanted to be the #1 guy in the whole entire world, you know, and I wanted people to know that. And, you know, I look at it, could have been a flip side. I could have lost, you know, but I put all my chips in this competition, you know.
In every party, check them out. Check cash bodies on the. In every party, check them out. Cash.
At that time, I wanted to be the best DJ on the planet, okay? So when I flew over there, I brought my turntables over there and practiced in my hotel room. But to be honest with you, I was very nervous because there could have been a chance that I could have lost. Because, see, at that time, there was no video to study your opponents. Today, there's nothing but video. You can look at somebody's style, you know. So this was all fresh and new for me. So I had to come with something and hope that somebody wasn't doing what I was doing. DMC has basically been the DJ championship to be in. But the only thing that I have a problem with is that there's no more soul in these competitions. Like, all the DJs seem to be like just, I don't know, like computer geeks. It's like they're not even looking at the crowd too much, you know? There's no, the same records they're using, you know? Let's try to do something different. When I won the DMC championship, to me, that was the ending battle that I had to be in to make me the world's greatest champion, because I had already won all the competitions in the US, and then to bring, you know, it was kind of like the Olympics, man, you know? I was the guy who won the Olympics. After I won the DMC, I had a recording contract with Sleeping Bag Records, and our album had went gold. We did some amazing tours. Then the record company folded, and I'm doing what I'm doing now, which has been spinning clubs all over the world, like constant. It's been like non-stop for me, and I've been truly blessed to be spinning like I am. I've had a fantastic career, and it's still going on, but I would honestly say the highlight of my career is doing what I'm doing now. I'm spinning clubs, you know, I'm still reinventing myself, because, you know, the kids that are in the clubs, when I was back in the day, they weren't around, you know, they were babies. So it's like, I'm new to them, I'm fresh. So it gives me more years and more years. As long as I stay in tune to what they want to hear, that's what's important. I didn't know how influential I would honestly have become until I was on tour with Paul McCartney, and I was with a DJing for a group called PM Dawn. So Paul McCartney was on was the headliner, and no lie, he used to come out every time, like behind the curtains, to look at my set, which was crazy to me. And for some odd reason, my scratching just amazed him, because at the end of the day, he's a music lover, just like we all are. So you appreciate things that are different. The champions that really stick out to me that I think are worthy of all the success that they've had are guys like Hubert, DJ Craze, A-Track.
Oh, you fucking DJs are stupid. Oh, you stupid DJs. Gotta be out of your fucking mind.
You know, DJ Noise. Cutmaster Swift. You know, the Scratch Perverts.
And so, as the Allies' plane comes into land,
these are the guys that when I see a DJ Hero game, that's who should be on that game. Not these other guys. You know, just because of popularity, they're on there. You know, you haven't won any stripes. You know, you haven't went up the kangaroo line. You can't call yourself a general yet. So why are you calling yourself a general? You know, you haven't tested your skills against anybody great. Grandmaster Flash, man. He is the founding father of all that we do. I mean, I'm not gonna get into who started what or whatever, but for me, he is it. We do a thing out at this place called Crotona Park in the Bronx every year, and he's out there. And when I see him spin, I'm like a little kid, man. I mean, because he was the first guy that got me into this. You know, him, Grand Wizard Theodore, and Grand Wizard Rasheen. So, why am I the king? So they say. I guess it would be because I beat everybody's ass, I guess. Yeah, I won. I think I was the only DJ at that time to win every last competition from United States on over to UK, which made me a world champion. You know, at that time, nobody was doing what I was doing. I mean, from the way I set my turntables up to the record I was cutting, and just having a party rocking skill, man.
Cash, you and I have talked for many years about one sad aspect of your great career, that the golden turntables were only introduced as a prize the year after you won the motherfucking League's World Title.
Right, true that.
So you're the only bloody great world champion who hasn't got them motherfucking bloody turntables.
True that, true that, true that.
Well, I'll tell you what we've done. We've had a chat with our friends in Japan, in Osaka, at Technic's headquarters, and we're gonna put that right tonight. We've had a special pair. Can we have these turntables brought out here? Peter, bring them out here. Let's have a look at them, guys. Bring them out. Want the audience to see these. Cash Money, at long last, has got his golden turntables. Not only that, but they've got his name printed in the gold. DJ Cash Money. How do you like them, brother? You like that? With your name will always be there. And you got the golden mixer as well, Cash. You feel good?
How James Brown says it, I feel good.
Right about now, I want everybody out there to bear witness my DJ's turntables fitness. So we gonna do it like this. Everybody out there saw the movie Star Wars, right? So Cash, make it sound like R2-D2. How it go? All right, now make it sound like a horse. Now make it sound like the Andy Griffin Show.